Hello everyone, this is Nexel with turn 5 of Japan for Operation Snowball. Now as usual, we'll begin with our technology. Apparently the Germans invaded our tech program, went after this heavy armor thing. I personally don't understand why they'd believe in that. I think about planes. I think it's all about the planes at the moment. That's what I'm going to roll for. Alongside factories, of course. And that is a miss on both. So apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to technology. Now, in terms of production, we are going to be producing a marine, a cavalry, 2 infantry, and we are going to be beginning the production of a major factory. Let me just check I've got my turn timeline right there. Which I do. Okay. Now, the CCP have been very, very rude. And they've declared war on us. And I think the only reasonable response that I can see is to declare war right back and make our way into China. So these are the start of my combat moves into China, just to be fully clear about what I'm doing. Then the 18th Air has 2 fighters in, one of which is going to go 1, 2 to Suyan, and one of which is going to go 1, 2 to Beijing. And since we're invading most of China, we might as well invade the full thing. So, we'll start by taking these 2 destroyers. Bringing over 2 Marines to Guangdong. If my mouse would function for longer than 10 seconds, I'd love that. But it doesn't want to. In fact, I'm going to place them here because they're going to stay on the 41st marker. Just because of how many of them are moving across. So that's 2 that come across in those destroyers. I'll place them over for the moment. 2 more come across with a transport. Two infantry come across with a transport. Two more infantry come across with a transport. And 2 more infantry come across with a transport, although 1 goes to Hainan rather than Guangdong. Okay, that leaves us with 1 transport left. Oh, and our planes, of course. We can't forget about our planes. So we need a lot of air support. So we're bringing 1, Oh, for goodness sake. 2. 3 tactical bombers over to Kwangtung. Now, with our final remaining transport, our final remaining transport on Formosa, we're going to pick up a Marine and an infantry. We're going to drop the Marine in, we're going to drop both in Hunan. Then with our destroyer, we're going to pick up the Marine in Kyushu, drop it in wherever this is that I've forgotten the name of. Oh, accidentally just zoomed in. Shantung. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, like so. Thanks to our major port. We're going to drop 1 infantry in Nanking and another infantry in Shantung. So then we're going to drop this tactical into Hunan. We're going to bring 2 light cruisers. Up to P14. We're going to bring a TBD. So I'm going to delete that import marker because there is nothing import anymore. A heavy cruiser and a light carrier up to P32, and the tactical is going to come off of that light carrier and go into Shantung. Just to declare our bombards, everything left in the 6th Fleet will be going into Shantung. The heavy cruiser will be going into Nanking. A light cruiser will be going into Nanking. Actually, I'm going to swap these around. Heavy cruiser will be going into Nanking. And 1 light cruiser each. No. All 3 ships. All 3 ships are going to go into Nanking for the bombards. Just to try and maximize our odds there. That is all of our combat movement. So I will start getting some dice together. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 41st. Just going to leave those 2 there. Apologies, it's been a while, so bear with me. This fight is going to take a little longer. So this infantry, we have defender at 4. Plus a second defender at 4. Plus we have 4 militia at 2. We have my units, which is basically all of these at 2, but actually down to 1 because of the mountainous terrain. Then we have our bombards. Hopefully I'm still audible. Battleship bombards at 4. Battlecruiser bombards at 3. And the heavy cruisers bombard at 2. Just going to double check I have that correct. Battleships are 4, battlecruisers. Yes, that is correct. Good, good. Oh, do light cruisers not bombard? Yep, it's been a while, so we'll just have the 1 bombard because light cruisers don't bombard, it turns out. Oops. That doesn't affect this fight anyway. So, we start with the bombards. We have 3 at 2. 1 at 3. And 2 at 4. 3 at 2, 1 at 3, 2 at 4. One, two, three. Okay, so we hit 1. That will drop a militia. I was hoping to hit a bit more than that, but that's okay. There is, of course, still a double strike on any of our non-marines. But let's start by rolling, seeing how we do. I see 1 hit there, and a bunch more that would have occurred had I not been in mountains. Plus we have 3 at 7. These are tactical bombers. These are tactical bombers. Two, 9, and 10. So 2 misses, but 1 target select. So we will target select 1 of these infantry. Not a great start, but it's workable. One hit. So we will take a marine. Bring us down by 1. And we will go again. See if we can hit any more 1s. We do. We hit 1 more 1. So we will take another militia. Then we will roll these again. See if we can hit with our planes. That's a 1, a 4, and a 5. So Kwang Tung is officially taken. It's just a question of how many losses there are. But we're in round 2 now, so no double casualties. 7-3-3. So we will lose an infantry. Let me just... Okay. Okay, so that's Kwang Tung done. Which was really the big fight. Let me start with the fighter in Suyan. So that attacks at a 4 because of the rules we have been using. We're not going to roll the CCP recruitment die for that. Absolutely not. We want a nice Japanese friendly die. So let's grab an orange die. See if our fighter can score us a hit. Against... Oh. There are 2 there, but that's fine. Fighter misses. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 2. 2, 3, 4, 5 at 2. And we'll use the red dice for our 2 at 1. 5 at 2, 2 at 1. It's 1 hit, so 1 militia goes down. Then 2 back at 2. 1 of which hits, so we'll take an infantry. Yes, we'll take an infantry. So we lose 1 of those. We have the fighter again. Hitting on a 4. Misses. 5 at 2. 5 at 2. 1 at 1. All misses. The militia gets to hit back. Hits. Take the other infantry. Okay. Suyan is being mean. The fighter on a 4 gets it done. The militia gets a shot back. On a 2. I swear, this militia goes 3 for 3. No, okay, good. Finally missed. Okay. Then the fighter goes back to Korea. Well, I'll do all of that at the end. Oh, that is not what I wanted to copy. There we go. Oh, sorry, that cav should be over there. I did account for it in the fight. I just will have got dragged back across. Okay. So, now we will go to Beijing, where we have a 4. First of all, our plane. Nope. Why would our planes do anything? Then we have 2 at... I believe it's still just 2 at 2. I'm just going to double check that cities only increase the defender die. Infantry. Yep, city land zone. Oh. So these still hit at 2. Both of them miss. The militia gets to fire back at a 3 because it is in a city that is not surrounded. It misses. Plane fires off at a 4, which hits. Militia gets to fire back at 3, which it hits. I will take the infantry. Keep them motorized. Okay, now we make our way down south to Shangtung, where we're going to start with the tactical, which is at a 7. Misses. What is wrong with our planes at the moment? They don't seem to like functioning. We got to blend in with the KMT. That's the secret. So we're going to make these dice green. So that's 2 at... Is it 1 or 2? I believe it's 2. I don't think there's any penalty for amphib assaults. I will double check though. River. It's not a river. Let me have a look and see if I get any 2s specifically. Will be when it will matter. So these are the marine and the infantry. A pair of 6s. Then KMT gets to fire back with 2 at 2. Both of which are misses. We have the tactical at a 7. And the 2 militia at 2. We have the tactical at 7 and the 2 infantry at 2, rather. This is the attack. There we are. That's both of them dead. So you die and you die. You do, of course, get to take a shot back first at 2. Or one of which hits. So we will take the infantry because we are in round 2. This is looking very rude. Okay. Oh, I deleted the dice, even though I have the exact same fight set up further down. Again, blending in with the KMT seemed to work, so we're gonna do it again. So we have the where is the tactical? Did I accidentally delete it? Well, I have 1, 2, 3 tacticals, 4 tacticals, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tacticals. So I must have accidentally deleted it. If that isn't the case, then we will figure out how to resolve this battle differently. But I am 99% sure that I had a tactical, and I must have just deleted it when I was clearing the Quang Tung stack. The orange is the tactical, just to be clear. Everything can miss anyway, and then it doesn't matter. The militia gets to fire back at 1, 2 even, but hits at 12, embracing its true KMT mana. So this is 1 at 7 and 2 at 2. All misses. Militia fires back at 2, which misses. 1 at 7, 2 at 2. Oh, I'll roll the other one in a second. Misses. Militia back at... I'm going to re-roll that because that was not a proper roll, I don't think. Militia rolls back at a 2, which it misses. Tactical at 7. Militia units, regular units at 2. Marine and infantry at 2. Okay. The tactical finally hits. And the militia misses. And we'll just keep rolling it out if it turns out that I didn't have a tactical there, but I'm sure I did. Right. So, we'll start with our bombard for Nanking, our final remaining fight. So it's a heavy cruiser, so we have a bombard at a 2. Which misses. Okay, we've got to change the dice color to white for this. Nope, white's too difficult to see. So we'll do red. So we have 1 at, is it 3? Or is it just that they defend on a 1? Yes, we have 1 at 2, and they have 1 at 1. So I'm just going to roll this in series. So this line is the attacker, which is me on a 2 with my infantry. if you could stay in the correct order, that would have been wonderful. So we had colouring was like so. So I hit on round 2. So there are 2 rounds of responses. If the 1 is hit on either of these, then this stays KMT. Otherwise, goes Japanese. 10 and an 8. So we do get Nanking. Right. Then in terms of our planes, this tactical lands back on the light carrier. The other tacticals go back to the heavy carrier. The other fighter, yep, they both go back to Korea. We've combat moved basically everything we can. We can't really non-combat move anything. So we simply move our submarines. So we move this coastal submarine here. We move this coastal submarine along, I believe, into this sea zone. And we then go 1, 2. Over here. We go 1, 2, 3 to down here. We roll recruitment for Siam. Which we miss. And due to our declaration of war upon China, the USA does move up 5 income to 12, which makes missing those technology rolls all the more painful. Then we set our incomes. Our oil money also goes down by 1. Because we did go into an attack zone. Nope, I'm trying to... Come on, reduce by 1. There we are, reduced by 1. And we get 5 of our island bonuses, island/China bonuses, which seems right. Let me just double check. Hainan, Guangdong. I think that should be 6. Hold on. Beijing, Shantung, Nanking, Hunan, Guangdong, Hainan. I believe that should be +6, but I will just double check that. Oh. Beiping, Hubei, Shantung, Nanking, Hunan, and Guangdong. Hunan and Guangdong. Beiping, Shantung, Nanking, Hunan, Guangdong. Oh, Hainan does not count for it. That's what it is. Okie dokie. Then we will place down our units. So we will place the Marine, the infantry down in Kyushu. We'll place the Cav down in Rihi. And we will place the other infantry down in Kyushu. Then we will change our income because we have more money now. We have 28 plus 5, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we will change our income over to 33. And on that note, we will pass the turn off to the Commonwealth and France and see what exciting things they're going to get up to.